Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome again in the virtual learning system of Pakistan International School Taif, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. As you know that this is based online class for class 8. We called it 9 junior class, subject computer science. This is our third lecture or third video. Teacher name, as you know that, teacher name is Imran Ahmad. So this is your title page of book for computer science, grade 9 student. As you know that you are learning the ninth subject in class 8. This book is for National Book Foundation. So purchase this book, don't purchase any other book. This is your course book. We have started chapter 1. The heading of the chapter 1 is Fundamental of Computer. In the previous lecture, we learned many things about the computer. So next, before this lecture, we have already done the 5 short questions. Today our question is differentiate between system software and application software. Before explaining this topic, first of all, I will explain what is system. System contains many components. In system, many components are involved. For example, hardware, software, personnels, each and everything which are related to one organization is called system. So system contains each and everything, hardware and software. I use the word hardware and software. First of all, I will explain the software, then I will explain the hardware. Then we will come to this topic. Software. Anything which we cannot touch or see is called software. Let's say you are listening to me, but you cannot touch my wording. So this is called the software. And what is a hardware? Anything which we can see, which we can touch is called hardware. Let's say chair, table, computer, pencil, wall clock, television, each and everything which we can see and touch is called hardware. So software which we cannot see is called software, and hardware which we can touch is called hardware. So this is the topic. We will discuss it later, but over here the question is differentiate between system software and application software. Comes to the so I explain system, then software. Now comes to the system software. Mainly, early days we call this is a computer. We call this is a computer, but nowadays we don't call this one is a computer. We call it is a system, because over here we can do each and everything. We can play games, we can do our work, we can learn the subjects, we can do each and everything on this computer. That's why we call this one is a system, not a computer. Early days this was only used only for the calculation purpose, so that's why we call this one is a computer. System software. System, those software, I told you that software are the computer programs. Actually, software are the computer program. For example, you are using Zoom for online meeting. So what is this? This is a software. Any other programs, operating system. What is this? This is a software. MS Word, WinWord, Excel, PowerPoint, each and everything. These are the software. So software have the many types. We will discuss this later. Over here, we are discussing system software. I told you that those software which facilitate the computer is called system software. Facilitate the computer means those software with the computer use is called system software, and those software with the user use is called application software. Now over here, system software is used for the computer purpose only. For example, I give you an example. Operating system is a system software. If I remove the operating system means Windows. If I remove the Windows from my computer, can I use this computer? Tell me, can I use my computer or can you use your system or computer? Absolutely not. So, operating system facilitate computer, not for us. Like I give you another example. In your mobile, you are using iOS or Android. If you remove the iOS or Android from your mobile, what happened? Can you use your mobile? Absolutely not. Absolutely no. So these are the software belonging to the system. So these software are called system software. Now comes to the system software definition. System software is a collection of programs which makes the use of computer, watch here, which makes the use of computer easy and efficient. With the help of system software, we can use our computer easily and efficiently. Highly experienced computer programmer develop system software. Now, question is, who make this kind of software? So, over here, highly experienced, not an ordinary programmer. Highly experienced, those who have knowledge of machine language, those who have knowledge of assembly language, those who have knowledge of each and every language, they can develop the system software. Following other types of the system software are, watch here, there are different types of system software. We will explain in the later in detail, but over here it is a short question. Operating system is a system software. Operating system means Windows, iOS, Android, BlackBerry. These are the operating system. Device drivers. Watch here. Device drivers are the system software. Device drivers. Very interesting. This one is device. What is a device and what is driver? Let's say mouse is a device. Keyboard is a device. Printer is a device. I give you example. If you are using the computer, if you are using the system, when you plug in any new device, when you plug in means when you connect any new device to your computer, what happened? At the bottom over here, at the taskbar, a message appeared. Over here, message appeared which is called new hardware found, and automatically it installed the driver. Windows install the driver for it to using purpose. Now, device drivers means in order to use any device, its driver is necessary. I gave you the example of printer. When you connect the printer to your computer, so if the driver is not installed, if the driver is not installed, so you cannot use the printer. I give you a simple example. Whenever you plug in the USB to your computer, at the bottom over here it is written new hardware found and Windows automatically installing its driver. So drivers are the system software and it facilitate the hardware. It facilitate the hardware. So this is called the device drivers. Next is utility programs. Utility programs, there are many utility programs exist in Windows. For example, maintenance purpose we are using for this one, and the language processor. This topic, language processor, language. In class 10, when you comes, you will study a language which is called C language, which is called C language. So over here, this one is the computer language. C language is computer language for programmers. So if you are becomes a programmer, you must know about the language and the processor. What is a language processor? We install, first of all, we install any language in our computer. Let's say I want to I give you the example of C language. I install the C language. Whenever I make write a program, I write a program in that language. So after making the program, I will execute that program. I will execute that program. If the so three processor language processor are used. Just I am writing the I am giving the name three kind of. First is compiler, second interpreter, and third one is assembler. So this was is very beyond your topic. Actually, I was explaining language processor. So language processor who translate simply definition of language processor who translate the source program into object program. Source program means that program which you have written is called source program, and the object program. So compiler translate this program for the computer is called the object program. This is called the language processor. System software is the collection of programs which makes the use of computer easy and efficient. Highly experienced programmer develop system software. Following other types of system software: operating system, device drivers, utility programs, and language processor. So these were the system software. Now comes to the application software. I told you system software is belonging to the computer, to the system. Now what is the application software? Application software are belonging to the user. User means for me, for you. So application software belonging for the computer user who use the computer. Let's say I give you the example before. If I remove the operating system from my computer, means if I remove the Windows from my computer, I cannot use my computer. But over here, application software is for the user. If I remove, let's say, if I remove the MS Word from my computer, still I can use my computer. If I remove the Excel from my computer, I can still use my computer. And if I remove my any other programs, let's say MS Office. If I remove the Zoom, if I remove the Zoom from my computer, can I use my computer? Yes, obviously I can use. But that's why? Because these software are for computer user. So two kinds of software. System software is for the only for the system purpose. The system use these things, and the application software are for the computer user who use the computer. I give you the example of Word, Excel. So these are the application software. What purpose application software are used? Why you use the application? Why you install the MS Word? Why you use the Zoom at your computer, at your mobile? Why you use the games, different games at your computer? Why? To entertain yourself, to do your work on the computer. So you will install the application software. Application software is developed for computer user. Watch here, for computer user. Which purpose they are using? To solve their problems. Why I install the PowerPoint in my computer or Zoom in my computer? Why? To solve my problem, to deliver to you a lecture, such as preparing a letter. Preparing a letter means in the lab, teacher says write any application or write an letter at the computer. So what to do? You will obviously you will have or you install the MS Word, which is called WinWord, in your computer to write a letter. Other also writing purpose software are present, WordPad, Notepad, but their MS Word is better than any other. So why we use this kind of application software? To solve their problems. Means we solve our problem, such as preparing a letter, creating a presentation, or managing a database. Presentation means watch here, watch this screen which you are using. I make the presentation for you. This is called the presentation. And for presentation purpose, we use which kind of software? PowerPoint. For the presentation point of view, we use the PowerPoint. Other presentation software are also present, but best I recommend to use the Microsoft PowerPoint. Or managing a database. Ever you open your computer, if you install the MS Office, there are different tools are automatically installed. So MS Access is used for managing a database. What is a database? This you will study in the first year when you will come in the first year database. So shortly, the definition of database: organizing of data is called database. Commonly used application software nowadays. Which software mostly we use? Productivity software, business software. Productivity software means this one: MS Word, MS Excel, MS Access, MS PowerPoint. These are the productivity. Business software means, I give you the example of Peachtree, which they use for the accounting purpose, like other thing. Entertainment software, let's say you play the games all the time at your mobiles, at your computer. So these are called the entertainment software, or any media player you install. So these are called the entertainment software. And education software. Many education software are there. You can learn from. So this was the question: differentiate between system software and application. System software is only for the computer, only the computer use the system software, and application software is used for the computer user. Okay, comes to the next question: how a student can use computer to improve academic performance? Nowadays this question is very important topic for nowadays current situation. Why? I will explain you in this topic. So answer. Question was how a student can use computer to improve academic performance. How can you improve academic performance? Means if you don't have any teacher, let's say if you don't have any teacher, if you're not going to the school, then how can you study? How can you study at home? So this topic belongs to that purpose. Computer plays a vital role in order to improve the performance of a student due to: number one, many computer programs are available for students to learn the subject of physics, mathematics, chemistry, biology, etc. So there are many softwares are present from which, well, I give you another example. Let's say when you purchase, I have a social book I purchased for my daughter. They give me a CD of social study. When you insert the CD in your CD-ROM or DVD-ROM, so it will explain. So you can explain this thing from your computer. So uh, many other CDs can be available. Many other software are available. Many websites are available for the learning purpose of these subjects. Not only these subjects, each and every subject. I give the example of physics, mathematics, chemistry, biology, etc. Next one: multimedia software makes the process of learning interesting. Now over here, I gave you told you at the previous topic, multimedia software, this one, PowerPoint. Now this makes it interesting for you. Why you have watching the other the teachers, which they are using the different kind of videos in their lectures. So these are called the multimedia software. Makes the process of learning interesting. I can also use at the board. I can write this thing at the board, but for interesting purpose, we use the PowerPoint. So this one is called the multimedia. You can say that this one is multimedia software, makes the process of learning interesting. Anyway, I give you another example of multimedia. Watch here at the when in the ground there are big screens or placed for watching the match so they are using the multimedia software, make the process of learning or playing interesting. Third, internet. Without internet, Nowadays, life is very useless. But before internet, people are also living, but nowadays it is essential for each and every person. So internet, what is the internet? Simple definition of internet is network of networks is called internet. What is network? Combination of two or more than two computers are making a network. So we will explain this topic later in the chapter number 5. What is network? What is internet? Internet has enormous information on a wide variety of subjects. I give you the example over here. Let's say I give you another websites which are present on the internet. Sabak.com is the one of the site which in which you can study any subject of your learning. Internet has enormous information on a wide variety of subjects. Wide variety of subject means if I want to search computer, so computer related, all the websites are open from which I can learn. If I put the mathematics in search, so at the internet, many billions of millions of websites comes to me to learn the mathematics. So large of information is present at the internet for each and every subject. Student can refer to internet to find information on any topic. Let's say I give you the assignment. For example, at the first lecture, we studied slide rule and other one was uh, sliding cursor. Now another is let's I will give you the assignment. Write a note on abacus. Write a note on Pascal line. So these tools you will search at the internet and also place the diagram, at least two diagram, not a that diagram which is present at your book. Search these two topics. Which one? Abacus and Pascal line. So you will search these two topic from the internet and also download the picture and then send in the group. Student can refer to internet to find information on any topic. Number 4. Nowadays, computer with multimedia projectors are being used in classroom for effective teaching. Let's say you have 100 girls or 100 boys in your class. At the last, those who are teacher voice is not so clear at the last because voice frequency is going down at the end of the class. So how can solve this problem? So we will use the multimedia projector. So each and every boy or each and every girls can listen the voice and can see the board easily. So this one is used for the nowadays currently. All the activities related to the examination are also being controlled using computer education. Watch here, we deliver your result on the internet. So this kind of activities can be delivered on the internet. Let's say another example, you are getting your lectures, you are getting your course from where? If you don't have the internet, can you learn this one? If you don't have computer or mobile at your home, can you learn this subject? Absolutely not. So nowadays this topic is very very important, and this scenario we are all the teachers are doing all of these things. All the teachers, not only me, not only any other, all the teachers around the world performing these steps. So this was how a student. So how can you improve your academic with the help of computer? So this is the answer. Next question. Give any 3 uses of computer in a school library. School library means where the books are present, So it is called the school library. So how can we use a computer in a school library? What will be the use of computer in the school library? So give the three. His question says, question number 8 says, give three reasons. Number one, it keeps the record of books with the help of computer. Now there are two ways to keep the record of books. Number one, you take a big register or a copy to write the name of each and every book name and write the overwrite in a copy or a register. But there is major drawback. If the copy is stolen, if the copy is burned, if the copy, if the water is falling over the copy, what happened? All the data will be lost. So with the help of computer, we can keep the record of books. So we will make the different in the backup side. We can take the backup at USB. Backup means we can copy the record of uh, at the computer as well as at the USB or any other storage media. We can find any books easily with its shelf and reference number on a computer. Watch here, I give you the finding. When you write at the Google find computer, so many findings are, many websites are open. Over here, the same case, if I write the proper appropriate number of the book in my computer, if I make the database of library, then I will write the number of the book, and at the same time computer tells me your book is present on the shelf number this one and rack number this one. So we can find it very easily. Number third, it keeps the record of student and monitor the book is in and or out from the library. If a student says that I need, let's say, computer book, he goes to the librarian. He will check the copy or he will check the register. He will check the register first page, second page, third page. So if the book is present, he will say he will give you and issue you. But this is time consuming process. Why? Because the librarian check each and everything, the book is present or not. But it is, if they're not present, then it will take a lot of time from you and as well as librarian. But in the computer, if I have the record of library books, then if I find student comes to me that I need computer book, I will write the number only. It tells me book is present or not. Means book is present in the library or out, someone other boy take this book already. So this is the today topic. Take take care, stay home, and Allah Hafiz.